is my own physical health being brought back into that, because I have high blood pressure and things that could be really dangerous to me, in some ways, and yet, and just the, I don't bend quite like you do in yoga and such. And I find myself being brought back into the mind, into the physical bit, and then trying to release myself into the oneness, into the love and everything. And I just find myself having a hard time releasing my own. The
love
stuff.
Is your body. The love is in your body, bending where it bends to. I can't bend the way you bend. The love is in your body, Claire. We're not trying to release out of ourselves. We're trying to go deeply into ourselves. We're trying to love and embrace every bit of what we are. So where are you right now?
Where am I right now? Well, I'm hurting in my hip.
Okay, so so could you put your full focus on your hip, 100%, in the sensation, beyond knowing you're hurting, but just being in the sensation as it is.
Mm-hmm.
And what is your experience?
My experience is, instead of it being too consolidated, that it's dissipating. It's not as much.
Okay,
right there.
So by being with it, it's dissipating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now be with it in love. Be with it as this is your best friend in this moment. It's this area of your body.
It certainly likes the recognition. It's maybe been asking for that. That is very helpful. Thank you. What do I do with high blood pressure, though, that I cannot really, I can't measure it?
Can you feel it?
Not always.
Can you feel it now?
I believe I can through my shoulder right here.
Okay, so be 100% present with that. I'm not a medical doctor and I don't give prescriptions. I want to make that perfectly clear. But I am helping you to learn to be in love with your body, and many people experience that in being in love with their body does new things. Their body heals, their body goes to bliss, their body goes to joy. And when their body can't do that and it's time to disintegrate and die, that there's a deep joy in even that. That's what I'm here for. I'm not a healer, I'm not a doctor, and I have a gift to bring out in you. And so what's happening is you focus fully on your body and you just be with the reality of it. With the sensation of it.
With the sensation of my whole body, or right here?
Right where you described, where you could feel the high blood pressure.
Well, I'm not sure that that's what it is, but it could be, because I don't always feel that. I feel a difference with that.
Okay.
But what I'm finding is a feeling of being comfortable with myself.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Wonderful.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I'm... what I'm feeling here is a happiness of tuning into my body and regulating what's happening. Participating in this and not participating in that. It seems like I'm hearing that from my
Wonderful.
body. That what's happening is is good for me.
That's what we all need to do with our bodies. We need to participate wherever we are, or not participate the way that we tell us, not the way a teacher or an authority or I tell us, how we tell ourselves, how we know inside ourselves. So what kind of relationship would you like to have with your blood pressure, since you are in relationship with your blood pressure?
Well, let's see, I would like it to be constantly at a lower level so that I would be able to, for myself, adventure out and feel more free to experience new things.
Okay, and that's a beautiful intention. And how would you like to be in relationship with your blood pressure as it is? Well, for example, let's say you told me I'd like to be in relationship with you having brown eyes, and I said, but Claire, I have blue eyes. How would you like to be in relationship with me having blue eyes? And you said, well, I'd like you to have brown eyes. And I said, well, that's a beautiful intention, but I don't know. It could happen. Anything could happen. But how would you like to be in relationship with your blood pressure the way it is right now? It might shift. That is true. And there's many wonderful methodologies medically for that. And intention has shown itself to shift our health. I've experienced myself many times, but right now in this moment, in your experience, you have an ongoing situation with high blood pressure. How would you like to treat her? That's life. Your blood is life. Your blood is the water of life. How would you like to be in relationship with her?
Oh, well, I see that it is an indication of something else that's happening in my body. So what I would like to be able to do is to recognize that when it's getting higher, so that I could take steps to, not make it worse.
Okay, so you're opening yourself up to be more sensitive to,
yes, to what's happening.
What's happening. And just what about this dialogue? There's a dialogue that you have high blood pressure, that which you would prefer not to have. I support you 100% in working with that in any way to shift that, and I believe you can. But how would you like to speak to your beloved? Your beloved isn't your beloved. If we think our beloved is perfection, when I have the perfect mate who says exactly what I want them to say, and my body looks the way they told me it would look on TV and does what I want it to do, and I have the perfect job with the perfect employees or boss or whatever, then I'm going to be happy. You might have a few seconds of those moments in life, but what are you going to do with your beloved right now? Your beloved, because we're in a state of love, we're in life, and who you're talking about is your beloved. So right now, your beloved is your high blood pressure. What would you like to say to her? If your relationship, your happiness, your experience is based on how you speak to her.
I would like to tell it that I'm really grateful for its effort to be a spokesman for some part of my body.
Okay, so tell that. Tell your high blood pressure that and see what happens next.
Well, it says it's grateful to me for understanding how hard it's been working to get my attention. So can I ask it if we could agree on some kind of symptom if it was getting too high? Or
Yeah.
Can I
yeah,
do
what
that?
a wonderful idea. Yeah.
Oh, I can just feel my whole body just kind of, melting down. And, I didn't know I was tense, but it feels like I'm getting more relaxed from my neck, kind of like down like that. It's having quite an impact.
Beautiful. And we know that doctors say that relaxation assists with blood pressure. And once again, that's not what, I didn't call this seminar to heal Claire's blood pressure, but this is very key because we're working on having a love relationship with whoever shows up, whatever is in our life. And as she's doing that, as she's speaking to this instead of making it wrong, as she's considering it in a good way, she's relaxing, which medical studies have shown assists in lowering the blood pressure.
Well, it's very important that I do this, and I really appreciate having your time because I have a cat that has taken on some of my tension problems in the past and has made himself very sick. So I don't want him to do that again. I want to own this myself.
Would you like to send a message to him right now and let him know what
His
you
name's
would?
Joe.
Oh, Joe. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
Joe.
Joe.
Would you like to ask Joe to do something different and see if he would agree?
Well, I'd like to ask Joe to maybe supervise the situation. He's very into energies and things, and it may well be that he would be able to sense where I am better than I am.
Okay, hold on a minute. I'm going to just tune in to Joe. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm thanking Joe for so loving you so much that he's willing to be that devoted to help you. And I'm asking him if he could help you in another way, which is to role model relaxation to you when you start to go into high blood pressure.
Oh, great. Okay.
And you're a very skilled animal communicator. Will you check in with Joe and see if he says yes right now?
Well, he likes the idea.
Yeah.
He enjoys being in charge of me, so
Yeah.
having a dog.
He's here to help you.
He really
yeah,
is.
he
sure
chose that
is.
purpose.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Thank you, Claire.